Good morning. I'm looking very big. I don't know I think like I'm zoomed in somehow, but I don't know how to zoom out. So shall I move back a bit? I'm huge. Why? I can't even see the top of my head. What's going on? Oh, that looks a bit more normal. Let's do the date. I'm a bit out of, it's been the weekend. It's the 7th of November. Think about that. Hope everybody is well. Grab a cup of tea if you haven't already got one. Good morning, Peter. Peter Zelly. Good morning, Leanne. And good morning, strangers, from Louise. It's been ages. Do you know what? That is absolutely... Oh, I am quite blurred. Am I blurred? Morning, gorgeous. Long time no speaker. Yes. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I was around at a friend's yesterday and she mentioned you because she does your yoga, like, you know, through YouTube. And I was like, oh, I haven't spoken to Louise in ages. So that's, I'm blurred, aren't I? Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, RJ's World. Hope everybody is well. Sorry, morning, Mum. Morning, Mum of 5 sons. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Rachel. Yes, so eBay is tragic. God alive. Once again. Oh, now I'm a bit bent as well. It's like, morning, Crispy. Yes, let me know, how was your weekend of sales? Because mine was the usual crock of shit. I've got 5 things to show you going out, but also I'm going to chat to you and let you know what I'm doing to try and increase sales and what I'm planning for the future. To be honest, I didn't even, I was having a real, I wasn't having a real downer about it yesterday because I've been out round to friends and I'd had plenty to drink, so I couldn't give a toss about anything yesterday evening. But so it must have been Saturday. Oh, that's right. I posted on Insta because I had on my screen, I had 2 sales, 2 returns. And you know, when like you're being used for a free label and it just, my heart was just like, oh, for crying out loud. You know, it's really an uphill struggle at the moment selling on eBay, I feel. And even when it's something sells, I kind of felt like, well, that could be coming back, which, you know, it could, because returns are the highest they've ever been. And I think that's partly buyer's remorse. Well, I think a lot of it is where people are like, oh, actually, I can't afford to spend that. And then they think of, oh, hang on, I know how to get a free label, make something up, and then they send it back. Yeah, anyway, get that off my chest. So yeah, on Saturday, I was like, I don't think I can do this video. I don't think I can come on Monday because I am so miserable with it. Like I am being miserable. So yeah, sorry about that. But I am so miserable with it that I was just like, how can I go on? I'm just going to go on and go, it's all a crock of shite and bye-bye. It's like, but I thought, no, it's good to come on. And to be honest, you know, because I put that post on Insta to say, oh my God, I've had enough. And for me personally, if I hear somebody else is also in the same boat, then it helps me if I feel like, well, I'm not alone. It's not just me. It's not something I'm doing. We're all feeling it. So I think it's good to come on and be honest about it. And also I've got some thoughts about what to do. Resplendent clarity, not the best weekend. Good morning. Cat not great, but ticking over for me. Good to be ticking over at least. Jill, yep, same poor, 8 going out. Chris, I had 2 really good days in the week and a few over the weekend, so I'm over my weekly target. That's good. But is that like for Q4 standards? Is it, you know? Louise, I've had quite a good week because of the items I sell. I think they are looked on as money-saving things, e.g. thermal curtains. Are you still doing the curtains? Are they still in your bath? We need to know these things. RJ, Etsy picked up this weekend, good sales. That's good. And that's interesting because obviously Etsy, a lot of vintage and handmade. Peter, I've been taking it quite easy on eBay because I've been doing other stuff, so sales have dipped. Oh, what other stuff have you been up to then, Peter? Or do we need to look at do we need to watch your video? Good morning, Pure Vintage. Louise, my main issue is sourcing pickings are slim for me. Yeah, this is the other thing with my kind of future plans. I mean, it's not easy, is it? To be honest, I think at one point it was fairly easy. I think it was quite easy selling on eBay. I mean, you had the scammers to deal with, but it felt like if you had a big enough shop, and I've always had a big, middle tier shop, 1,500, 2,000. If you've got a big enough shop, you're going to sell stuff pretty much, as long as it's reasonable. Yeah, you can expect. I had a good amount of sales every single day. It really, summer slowdown, yeah, but nothing like this. We've been decorating the bathroom. Lovely. Morning, Funky Neil. Did you get tickets? We did not. And I'm in a mood about that as well, to be honest. We had friends trying as well in the same group, and another friend had got his coach tickets trying just for us. And yeah, but Glastonbury, everybody, the tickets, the site crashed, the C-ticket site. And so the pain of not getting your tickets was dragged out. Instead of half an hour, it was dragged out to an hour. Yeah, I'm in a mood about that. I came out. So I'm not even trying in the reselling 8 points. It's not worth it. I just can't go through this anymore. I'm too old to go anyway. So mood at the moment about that. But if you do get your tickets, I'm pleased for you. Right. Good morning, my beautiful Shelley Welly Belly. Watch back later. Rightio, Karen. Louise went to the carpet yesterday, early entry, which used to be so quiet, absolutely rammed recently. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I know, there's so many resellers having to get part-time jobs or, full-time jobs or increase their hours to make ends meet at the moment. And I guess people that are doing it still, the competition's even fiercer. Jewel, I sold curtains locally on Facebook Marketplace this week for £70. So I might stick more on that. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Great, with no fees. That's brilliant. Yeah, well done. I've sold loads on Facebook over the years, but in recent years, when I've tried to put stuff on there, it's been really slow. I don't know if it's, obviously what I'm putting on, it's not what people are after or something. Neil, no tickets either, Thursday or Sunday. Yeah, very frustrating. Louise, no Glasgow tickets, but did get tickets to see Pulp. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Right, let's have a slurp of this. So, shall I show you what's going out first? Yes, I will. Neil, at least the pain is over quickly. I'm still gutted despite not needing tickets for myself. Oh, are you selling? Are you doing the papers? And good morning, Limelight Binty. Right, so how have your and welcome, Limelight Binty. I don't recognise your name. How have your sales been over the weekend? Sorry, I can't speak. So yeah, this is it. 3 rings and 2 brooches. The part of the issue as well with change, looking to change is what do you do with all the stock you've got left? So these are all on free shipping, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So these have been absolutely brilliant. So yeah, 25 squid. This is about the 4th or 5th one I've sold. I picked these up when we were on the way to, I can't actually see, hang on, if that's blurred or what, because I can't see picture. There we go. Yeah, pick these wide, chunky, quite heavy rings up like Roman numerals on the way to Rewind in Henley, and they've been great. Cost £8 each, and they've sold, I mean, they were selling like around 25 plus ship, but you know, times, so 25 going out free ship. Brooch, a little Celtic number, £12 free ship. That ring actually did not go unpromoted. I have got the promoted, automatic promoted thing where everything that goes into your shop, but unless it's an auction, gets automatically swept into the promotion. And I've got a cap on it of 7%, 8% or something at the moment. So that one went on promoted. Another little brooch. This is a cuteness. I've had this a lot. So that other one, that's been on since, oh wow, June last year. I mean, it's almost a year and a half. And this one, July last year. Really nice. Is that a swan or a goose? Some kind of flying ducky bird thing. £12 free ship. That went on promoted. Yeah, and the last two went on promoted as well. So 2 rings, 2 sterling silver rings, 925 stamped. That's a lovely little smoky quartz. That's gone for £23.50 free ship. And this is a little puffed heart, and that's gone for, let's just have a look. Yeah, 25. Also unpromoted, and that's like Saturday afternoon and yesterday. So that's just not a Q4 weekend for me. I just find it very strange. Oh, ow, it's caught in my ear. Evening, Dawn Sherry Paul. Evening, Miss Shelley. Op Shops Dyer here and Money Tight will be an interesting Q4. Interesting is one way of putting it, yeah. Pure Vintage, I had 4 items for sale. Done no listing for ages, and have sold 2 items in the last week. Well, that's a good rate. Limelight Vintage, I'm only a hobby seller, but I think that's the best way at the moment. But sold 4 things yesterday, all low value items though, under £10. That's quite good if you're a hobby seller. So I'm pleased about that. But yes, that I've noticed that as well. I'm selling a lot of low values, which understandably is a sign of the times, isn't it? That would make a great thumbnail with the finger up. See what I can do. Are you having a giraffe? Yes, I am. Louise, interesting. Almost 80% of my sales this week were via sending offers. Oh yeah, there's somewhere in the stats, isn't there, where you can look, you know, when you look at the promotions, what's it in? Performance? I think it's in performance. You can look at what percentage have gone on offers, and yeah, mine's a high rate as well of, I don't know if people are waiting. Some people will be waiting for the offers. I think some people, it is just that they thought they'd come back to it, and it's a reminder, isn't it? And here's some money off, and then they think, oh, okay, you know, it could just be the thing that tips them over. Packing orders, good stuff. RJ, how many have you got going out? I said good morning, Leanne, didn't I? Right, so yeah, what's the I'll just have a quick look at the overall stats actually. Oh, it's making me sign in. Do not be making me put in my text doodah now. Right, here we go. Yeah, so given that I aim for £100 a day turnover, the last 7 days is £292.50. 90 days is does meet the target though. It's 9488.83, so that's okay. And also the other thing that was annoying me was the late delivery rate and a cases closed without seller resolution. I had percentages on those, which I'd click the thing to is it dispute feedback or something? I can't remember, but to highlight it. And that was annoying me because they were still on there and they were to do with Royal Mail strikes. but they have gone. So that's a piece of good news. So, I mean, they reckon they're going to do it automatically. I don't know about that, but that is something good. Right, so let's have a look at what I wrote down so I didn't forget to mention. Yeah, I don't think just having a big shop doesn't seem to be enough anymore. So I don't want to pay for a big shop when there's so few sales come in. So I mentioned that I dropped to a basic shop, which is just like £1 a day or something. So I can, can cope with that. Oh God, phone's going on. This is not the time or place. It can disappear. Right. So yeah, reduce the shop. So that's kind of reducing the overheads of it. The other thing I've done is when I was looking at, so I check what the sort of thing I'm listing. So I might look at sterling rings and see who's selling. And there was somebody who was consistently just the slot above me, like the top slot. And so I'm like, okay. And they had a premium badge. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that. I've tried in the past to get that premium badge. And maybe I'm a bit stupid, but if you go in like how to become a premium seller, so you've got to be top rated seller, right? You've got to offer like free shipping, within a certain amount of days. You've got to offer expedited shipping. You've got to and there's all these hoops to jump, and if it's over £20 it's got to be tracked. So all these hoops to jump through, and I think when I've looked at it before I've thought, hang on, that's not going to be worth it, or I've not managed to do all the things because I haven't satisfied the criteria. So I looked at this person that's always above me and I thought, well, I basically just copied their postage because I'm like, well, they've fulfilled it, so what are they offering? And then I tweaked it because I'm like, actually, I'm not going to do the 24-hour tracked. I'm going to do the 48-hour tracked, and like expedited shipping, I put a different price on that. But I could use them as a template and then I could see the badge appearing. And the reason, for doing it's not so much that I want to do free postage, but I thought if that makes a difference, having that premium listing, it said on the blurb about it on eBay, it says that it's like it'll give you extra points basically when you're, when the algorithm is looking at who gets those top slots. There will be lots of things being ticked off, like, oh, the top rated seller is going to appear above a non-top rated. A premium listing is going to give you some points again over somebody who's not a premium listing. I thought, well, I've got to try anything at the moment. And the other thing is, because of the strikes, I wanted to switch to Royal Mail tracked. And the good thing is, a piece of good news is that you no longer have to go onto the Royal Mail website and then bring your come back to eBay and put in your tracking number. They're now offering it through eBay at the 24-hour and 48-hour, like large letter tracked and small parcel, I guess. Excuse me. Is now available through eBay, which makes it a lot quicker and simpler. Although 5 items wasn't going to take me that long anyway. However, so I'm like, well, I'm going to be offering that anyway. Not offering, I'm going to be doing it tracked anyway. So the difference in cost is, and it's on offer at the moment. So I may as well try for this premium listing badge. Excuse me. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link to my shop in the description. If you look at my things on, I don't know if you can see it on mobile, but if you look at it on the desktop, you'll see the badge, premium listing badge. And then I think you can click for more info, and then it'll tell you like the benefits and what you have to do if you're interested in doing that. I mean, my sales are still shite. However, it's a kind of like, well, I need to do everything I possibly can here, that I think might have a chance. And at least if there's more chance of eyes seeing my listings, I've got to try it. Pure Vintage, my sales are up 343%. I don't put out any offers. Wow. I think eBay are trying to suck me in again by opening up my sales. They do that. Yeah, I mean, it's it's such a roller coaster. Yeah, talk to anybody, you all know, like you'll have an amazing day or amazing couple of days, and then it's tumbleweeds. Peter, last 7 days, 800. Excuse me. Though there was a 500 day in there. Wow, really up and down. Yeah, and it's so hard. It really messes with you, doesn't it? Good morning, Kath. Good morning, Pete's Retro Collectibles. Peter, I'm doing free shipping and 1 day dispatch if it's easy to pack and post. Yes, all of mine are littles anyway, but actually, as it turns out, with the 24, 48 hour tracked, I can't see how I can turn it off. It's free collection. So I think I have to have it collected at the door, which is fine for me because my post, I just leave everything on the doorstep. I'll go out and he just picks it up and it's fine round here. So, yeah. Jewel, I'd looked at that, but thought it was too complicated. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd looked at it before and I couldn't get it right. I'm like, well, that badge isn't appearing. What? It's a ridiculous thing that they've made it so complicated that, for you to actually use it. Oh, and then, yeah, the other benefit from that is you get 10% of the final value fee back. Does not include like that one-off spurious 40 pence charge, 30 pence charge, whatever it is on every single listing. And it doesn't come off of ad fees either. So it's pence, but I'll have that pence, thank you, rather than eBay. Neil, someone at eBay needs a good kicking. Sorry, that was really fast. But yeah, good morning, Bills and Moon. 10% diddly squat. Yeah, exactly. I know it was pence. I mean, obviously, if it's a couple of hundred sale, then it might be worth having. Chris, I dropped mine at sorting office. Postman still turns up every day. Oh, what, asking for your parcels? Yeah, I'm just I'll just get into the postie. So yes, so the other thing is I've been, as we've talked about before, I've been checking prices again. I just checked my Harry's earlier because I sold. So when was it? It was August. I put on 12 sets of Harry Potters. I've sold 7. And I sold them for between 140 and 170 and 170 pounds. The first 7 lots, I've got 5 left and they're not going. And I'm like, okay, time to check again. And the current price, upper level price they're going for, that, and I looked at this person and they seem to be consistently selling them at that, is 145. And I know it's a kind of tanking type thing, but they've done it, and so it's happened, and I've got 5 sets left to shift. So I've put it on, I've changed them to 150 with the free shipping. There's 145 plus shipping. So I'm hoping to shift, because they're quite bulky to store as well, I'm hoping to shift the last of those. Yes. So, oh, and interestingly, I saw an eBay ad just before I came on, and it said, cheesy line, but its line was, give your one of a kind a chance to shine. And that was something I was thinking about for the future, is one of a kind items, or almost one of a kind items. And eBay, to be fair, did say a while back in some output thing that they did, that they were pushing, wasn't it, trainers, handbags, high value stuff, collectibles, and collectibles things as well, like trading cards. Is that what you call them? Yeah, so they did say that, and then I've gone knee deep into a flooded market, really. I'm like, oh yeah, I like silver rings and they're selling well. Everybody wants them. However, that means every bugger's selling them. And also, of course, the big sellers come in selling the cheap new ones, which, yeah, I guess eBay don't give a stuff. So that is one of my, go back to collectibles. Yeah, I need to go back to collectibles. It's harder to source, but then there's no point in picking stuff up that you can't sell because the market's so flooded. Another thing, obviously, that we can do is try to keep ahead of the game. And if you can see that getting on the start of a trend, keeping your ears peeled, really. Oh no, so your eyes, isn't it? Your eyes peeled and your ears close to the ground. You know what I mean? So I used to, I do occasionally still watch like the catwalk videos and to see what trends are supposedly coming up, because, well, no, I find that's interesting, but if you are in like selling fashion and stuff, what are people wearing on the streets quite indicative. So I remember like they were wearing pearls with their like leisure wear, and they were wearing pearls. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So, and at that time, shortly after, I thought, right, I'll start doing the pearls. I sold loads. And I don't know if that trend's gone now, but it was good to know that, because prior to that, pearls just weren't selling. However, yeah, like clothing, we know how flooded it is. Jewelry's so flooded, but if you can keep ahead of that, of the trends, I think that's one way to help. Looking for rarer items, things where, like that Ember mug, when I looked, there was like 5 others for sale, sort of thing. I mean, that's the ideal. You don't even have to pay to promote them, because you're there, you're on that first page. And discontinued, oh god, I love selling discontinued toiletries and stuff. I think some of it is like, if it's a discontinued perfume, that somebody might just be like, I just love that scent and I want it. With the other stuff, like those baby lotions, I don't know what that's about. I can see it's probably a nostalgia thing, isn't it? But it's like, because they're still for sale, I can sort of see the nostalgia when it's an old soap that you remember from your childhood. But again, like, I suppose the links, I guess it's nostalgia again, isn't it? And collectors are the ones to sell to, aren't they? So yeah, that's my thoughts this morning. How are we doing? 27 minutes. It's all right. So that's reasonable. Let me have a quick look in the chat. All hardbacks are Harry Potter's. Yes, it's all hardback sets. I don't know what the paperbacks are doing at the moment, but mine are all hardbacks, all first editions, or Bloomsbury. Chris, actually, I should add, Kate does drop mine off sometimes, as you may still be watching. Are you trying to avoid a bollocking? Cheers. No, I wish eBay would stop spunking cash on TV sponsorships and adverts and invest some on making the site app work, or firing backlink, etc. Yeah, I see, I'm a big believer on keeping things simple, and I think like the item specifics, whatever they were trying to do, it's not working. I feel like they really need to simplify things. No one's peeling your ears. I'm glad to hear it. Funky Neil for eBay CEO. You've got everyone's vote. Louise, I'm looking for anything warm at the minute. Yeah. Blankets, jumpers, coats, fireside companion sets have sold well too. Yes, in fact, I have been shifting some jumpers on Vinted. When I went out, when I went out the other day, in my last video, I went out looking for jumpers, but I don't think I got one cardo. Good morning, Fits It for reselling. I'm just about to wrap up. RJ sold a £1 wooden warthog. This is what I'm talking about. And I mean, also, you might be waiting for the person, but I sold a £1 wooden warthog, £41 with ship on Etsy. Maybe just look at books again. See, this is the trouble as well for me. I'm so impatient. I've tried Etsy a couple of times, not managed to sell anything, and gone off in a straw. Yeah. But I was watching Nick's video about the hand carved, and it's actually called Eskimo Art. That's like the label. And it was, they picked it up because they, thought it was really lush, and they sell for about £100 or something. That, that's the lovely stuff to look out for. Chris, I like nostalgia. When I put my car in reverse, it takes me back. That was terrible. Cut of a vintage 50s, 60s Elizabeth Arden gift set on auction and no views even promoted. Oh my God, really? That's ridiculous. That's mad. That is mad. Warthogs are all the rage. Bills and Moon Etsy does well from this time of year. See, this would be the time of year to go on it, wouldn't it, to be honest? RJ sold also Elvis Jerry Lee Lewis LP, £66 was shop on Etsy also. That's nice. That is nice. It's very tempting. Good morning, Buying Space. Yeah, I think I just showed it on my Insta. Let me show you this bizarre vase. I haven't got it on yet. But I didn't show you on here. It was a pickup. And the only reason I knew about this was, I haven't listed it yet, was because somebody on Insta had picked it up and said, I don't know anything about this. And then I think Cheryl Pound Girl may have nipped in and said, oh yeah, that's blah, 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 blah. And it cost, I think I paid £1.50. And it's a vase, it's a tree stump vase, but it's stamped WH, which is, what was it? Wrong. Excuse me. Wrong for hay. So hay is the company, but it was like a collab, like this person or a maker, somebody wrong did it for hay, made this for hay, and it's a. Sorry, I'll go in a minute. Let's have a sip of this. That's not. Yeah, and I couldn't find. Actually, I haven't been on Ontario yet. I couldn't find any solds just recently. There was one for sale in the US for like $153, $157, something like that. So yeah, I mean, actually, I'll tell you what. I'm getting this on today. I've just said put on unusual things. Putting this on when I sell it. Remind me to let you know on here, or follow my Insta, and I'll stick it on there. Fingers crossed, this has got to be the time of year for it. Warthog. Louise, shall I always thought you had a wonderful eye for quirky items? Oh, thank you. You've picked up some absolute blinders in the past. You can 100% do it again. Oh, thank you for saying that. That means a lot, and I need the boost at the moment. Thank you very much. Yes, so let's wrap it up there. Hard times, but it's trying to remember that it's hard times for everybody with bills and everything. So for us, clearly the people that are buying my sets of Harry Potters and they go off to the US and that, they can afford it. So yeah, or it's lower value items. Oh, Peter, you do have a good eye. Believe in yourself. You lot, don't stop. Yeah. So yeah, I hope I've got to add one thing. Neil, that vase at site, the Glastonbury Greenpeace tree. Oh, it does, doesn't it? This is completely irrelevant, and then I'm going. I watched Mad Max Fury Road the other night. Oh my God. And it reminded me of the cars and that, and it was so arty. The cars reminded me of the cars that they produce and the things that they produce for Glastonbury. And it was, if you want a non-stop action film involving racing and driving, I recommend. And it was with Charlize Theron, and the trouble is she had the most amazing buzz cut. And so I might have noticed I haven't cut my hair for a while, but when I saw her looking like that and all strong and powerful with her buzz cut, I was like, I want to buzz this off. This is getting buzzed off. Just I recommend that. That's all I need to say. Yeah, fingers crossed for a good sourcing day tomorrow, Catherine. Can't wait. Is that with Tina Turner? No, that's probably the original Mad Max. This was 2000 and something. May the sales be with you. Have a great week. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and bye-bye, don't die.